But for now, we'll wrap on here. World Baseball Classic. Marlins fan 34 says, "Congrats to the colony of Venezuela." TJ Strickland says, "This janky win," and says, "If USA had been better pitching, this would have been over." I think the pitching was good enough to win. TJ. I think the hitting, like
The
the offense
offense.
today was the offense, and against DR was the offense too. Like they didn't get enough hits on the board against pitching staff that was good but beatable. Is how I phrase it.
The only bad game pitching wise was
Yeah.
against Italy. That was the only bad
Mhm.
game where they gave up 8 runs, I think. 8 or
Yeah,
9
like
runs.
the hitting numbers aren't super eye popping for all the talent that you have. I think it falls on the hitting, and that's where you do look at Aaron Judge because of all the signature hitters, you're the guy who underperformed the most. Unless we're including
Mhm.
Alex Bregman, who I don't think we hold in that same regard in that way. Um, but Aaron Judge is the captain and the face of this team, like
Yep.
legitimately the face. Any promotional poster you've looked at, Aaron Judge has been the face of it, right? Except for the one I used for this thumbnail, because Nolan McLean was starting, and frankly, the pictures of Aaron Judge that I saw, like they just didn't look great. Um,
You see the shirts? You see how plain and the championship shirts are? So plain, so Nike, so Fanatics. Plain white and black. It has the
Honestly,
flag
they'll
on
make
it,
better
but
custom shirts, like, put
probably
some
someone will.
arepas on there, you know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah.
What a tournament. This is one of the best WBCs we have, and I say that as somebody who wishes their team went further in, the Puerto Rican national team
Yeah, I
who
think
lost
it's
in the
the
quarterfinal.
best
It's
so
one
far.
this in 2023 were really, really good. I need to look back at '06. I feel like it started off strong and kinda tailed off a little and was revitalized into 2010. Like, maybe '09 was, like, the weakest one. That's the most forgettable one to me.
Mhm.
And then 13 and 17, I remember, like, the DR team with the Plátanos and then us dyeing the hair, Los Rubios, us doing that in the
Mhm.
2010s. Like, that was fun. I remember that being fun too. And I feel like it's getting better and better. I can't wait to 2029. I almost wish you can't do this every year because it'll lose its luster.
No. Someone said every 2
I'm
years,
open
which
to
I'm like,
that.
I'm
I'm
open.
open
Yeah,
to
I'm
that.
open to that. But I think what makes it so good is one, it is every 3 years. Every run matters, as we've found out, right? Because when it comes to tiebreakers and stuff like that, every run matters. So everything is important. And when you long for something that's every 3 years, every 4 years, you throw in the World Cup, it just means more to these teams. They play just that
Yes.
much harder. Like this hurts Team USA, right? Back to back, being in the
It's your sport.
championship. I, yeah, back to back being in the championship, and they lose both of them. There's no guarantee they come back. Like Japan's going to come back fighting even harder after that loss. Like after not making it to the semifinals, they are not happy about that, and they're probably going to try to get back there. Dominican Republic probably not happy with the way theirs ended as well.
They have a factory.
Especially with the
Their
way it strike out.
development. They have listen,
Yeah.
major league teams have Dominican league teams. Dominican
Mhm.
national team is gonna be good forever. Basically, it feels like.
And there's teams on the rise now, like that are inching Canada, getting finally into the quarterfinals. Australia was just knocking on the door. Korea is going to be better. Chinese Taipei, like all
Italy.
these teams were really good.
Italy, who made it
Italy,
to the semis and
Italy
who has
there.
a lot of players who are Italian Americans who are basically developing here and could represent the national team in Italy. Which,
Hmm.
yes, yeah, I mean, if you want to represent your heritage, like you should do that. And that's the thing that I come back to with this. It's like I love that guys want to participate, and I love that more players are saying basically what I've been saying for years. So I feel validated. Like, yes, this means more to a lot of players, especially ones outside of America, because a lot of these players from the Venezuela national team, from the Dominican team, from Puerto Rico, from even different parts of Asia or whatever, like a lot of these guys are not coming from like rich infrastructures. They're not coming from much. And this is all they know in a
Hmm.
lot of different cases. Like this is what they do. And this is in some ways how they survive. Like a lot of guys get shit for how they celebrate. And what I would tell you is a lot of these dudes really, this is their escape. Like this is how they escape
Yeah.
all the shit going on in their lives. dealing with the living conditions that they're dealing with. You grow up in certain parts of the world, you just don't have what you have in the States. So guys here, you can grow up with a silver spoon. You grow up and going to this camp and that camp and that camp, and you're top 100 in high school, and you go to this college, or you just go straight out of high school. Like, it's a different developmental system.
Some of these guys are like hitting milk caps and stuff like it's
Seriously,
and a stick.
yeah.
Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's
Like, not to mention Cuba, by the way. You know what I mean? Like, all these different places, and and them celebrating. Like, for some of them growing up, it's maybe the only time they feel joy that particular day. So I love that they're able to bring that emotion as adults that they've had since they were kids, be able to let this out and not let baseball militarize them. And I love that they're able to showcase this emotion here amongst their people, both in the stands and in the dugout, because being able to do that, like, is very important for the growth of the game. And I think the reason a lot of people are loving this tournament is because they get to see that authenticity replicated with all of these dudes in this tournament that are playing for all these other teams. So that's not really to knock Team USA necessarily. They just have a different
no.
approach. But
Well, it's even a different approach in Major League
yes,
Baseball,
yep.
right? Like you don't see teams doing that. You'll see some players like Tatis will pimp out a home run, and a lot of these players will, but like you don't see that. You also don't see it in the stands. Like everyone was having fun with each other. There's no fights breaking out in the stands between countries. They were just enjoying each other's company and having a good time and enjoying the tournament for what it is. And I think it definitely brings people together. I like this tournament for doing that, and I just hope it continues to grow from here on out. It's grown since 2023, and I think we are getting towards that apex of what this tournament could
I
be.
always reference the 2023 game between PR and BR in Miami,
Oh
in
yeah,
group play, basically. I think,
one of my
yeah,
favorite
ever,
games of
before the
ever. Yeah.
injury. And the big takeaway for me was watching the game, and I knew what it was gonna be as somebody who's Puerto Rican and marrying to into a Dominican family in the future. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I knew what it
Hmm.
was gonna be. And the entire time, it's instruments, it's partying, it's Puerto Ricans and Dominicans dancing with each other in the stands while their teams are facing off. All that was going on. And this is a rivalry. You know what I mean? Not a heated one. You know what I mean? Like, but a rivalry, no less. We want to beat them. They want to beat us. There's always bragging rights and
Yep.
shit talking between these two cultures in baseball and basketball, even in boxing now, because Dominican Republic has gotten some boxers now. So, like, you got to watch out for that, as well as softball, so on and so forth. And to see that and how loud that was, and it was a baseball game, but it was a fucking party. And then you flip over to USA versus, I think it was Brazil or Colombia, and they were playing in Arizona, and it was just dead silent watching it. And I'm like, yeah, like someone said on social media, and I give them credit for this, and I wish I could remember who it was, but they said baseball culture is basically like kind of like military culture, where it's a certain level of discipline that people want you to have. There's a certain level of, like, this is how you do things. And it's like, that's not baseball to everybody. And that shouldn't have to be baseball in
Yeah.
the major leagues. Like, people want this sport to be fun. And I love that we can watch this tournament and embrace the fun of it. And I hope that it translates more into the major leagues, where people could have fun, just regular season games. Like, as two people who watch the Mets frequently, we love that Francisco Lindor does all that shit. And we hope that the guys buy into it this year, because, like, he's a real leader who also produces when it counts, so that helps, so he can back it up. But, like, all those different things, like all those different bits, the oh my god, you know what I mean, like the grimace and all this shit, like, and they're gonna have new shit this year. All the like, Dr had the swipe, you know what I mean, after base hits, like all that shit is
Yeah.
great. It's theatrical, it's fun, and, like, it's baseball, man. Like, it's just baseball.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't agree more. USA is getting their I guess second place medals
Silvers, yeah.
right now from the
They they
MLB
don't look the
hierarchy.
happiest.
No. It could be worse. I don't know if you watched any of the Olympic hockey, but they were giving stuffed animals. Did you see that by chance?
Yeah. That
That was some that was a sight to
I
behold.
don't I snort the Summer Olympics. I don't watch a ton of Winter Olympics just because I don't watch those sports typically. I do watch, like, I'll watch hockey during the Winter Olympics, but I don't typically like watch those sports in general. Whereas like I'll watch the
Yeah.
track world championships. You know what I mean? So I'll then watch the Olympics. You know,
Yeah, you're
yeah,
more summer
yeah.
guy.
Like all the sports that I watch are more boxing's in the summer, basketball's in the summer as far as the Olympics go. Baseball is going to be in the summer. Soccer is also there. Wrestling, even though I watch more pro wrestling than like traditional amateur wrestling, but I do like amateur wrestling as well. But that's in the Summer Olympics. But yeah, I did see that as well. Closing thoughts. I basically just said mine. Do you have any other big takeaways that you have from this World Baseball Classic?
Uh, No, like I said earlier, I really enjoyed this one. I think this has been the best one, and it has really got me interested in following more of the international play, looking into NPB and KBO's players, following Mexican League and Dominican League, and obviously Puerto Rico and the Caribbean series. So I'm going to be looking more into that and just start getting ready for 3 years and seeing what these rosters are going to look about like when that time comes. And the only final thing I'll say to end the night is for everyone to remember that the real Captain America resides in Queens and he's retired. His number 5 is hanging in the rafters of City Field. That's one David Wright. That's look at his stats when you get a chance in the WBC. That's what a captain does. Just saying.
I
Just
hope
saying.
that I hope that PR has a first of all, they'll have a chance to qualify for the Olympics still. So that's not off the table. Hopefully they get that done. Selfishly. And I do hope that PR we got some guys coming up. We need more. Um Great tournament, first and foremost. And hopefully this springboards a fantastic, fantastic major league season and seasons
Yeah.
also worldwide. Baseball, I was it was getting real shaky there, and it did post steroid era. I feel like we're in a decent place with the sport, but it needs to keep going, and we need to avoid a lockout. That's the other. That's the other, don't go through
Could
what the
yeah.
WNBA is going through. Pay the players. Pay the players.
Yeah.
They deserve
I mean, I guess if you have another lockout, oh, like, would you throw another tournament in there or something?
it. um, I mean, if you told me we can't have a, if you told me 2027 got delayed for a few months and we have a WBC instead, I think I would take that.